From dodging bullets on live to almost getting exploded with fireworks. These are rappers who almost died on live. And we gotta start things off with Honeycomb Brazy, because in November 2020, Brazy went to buy a Kobe Bryant jersey from someone in Montgomery, Alabama, which is about 2 hours from his city. Brazy was chilling in a parked car outside a barber shop with some of his partners, showing off his new jersey to his fans on IG Live and having fun. But suddenly, things went left since shots started going off.
It was too big, so I had to buy another one. I had to buy another one, man.
We need a big man. Whoever the big man, stop for real in the post for real, come get it, man.
Yeah, you got that like Kobe.
We catching that big
got
for real, come get it.
Got it? Yeah. Dead way.
The screen goes black, and you hear more rounds fired in the background. Thankfully, no one was harmed in this situation, and Brazy later released the security footage from outside the barbershop to show another angle of what went down. The footage shows a gray SUV slide by them and continue driving. A few seconds later, Brazy's partners start ducking down behind the car and reach into the car to grab their heat. And a few days after the incident went down, Brazy went back on live to explain what happened.
None of y'all get hit. Oh, they not the back one that what you wore? The cold part deal with. I'm on this side.
You want to keep it in the front?
Yeah. You got what you say, Byron?
His ops hit the car up pretty bad, and thankfully, everyone came out of this situation untouched. But that ain't the only time Brazy almost lost his life on live, because a few months later, he was back in the hood chilling with some of his bros until out of nowhere, you hear a loud noise in the background.
On the show, man, y'all already know, y'all know how money bag yo need that man. Y'all know what's going on, man. I swear that.
And even though Brazy has racked up millions of views on YouTube, he's better known for his activities in the streets than his music. He even got into a beef that got so out of control, his grandparents were murdered and had their houses set on fire by a man who allegedly has connections to the cartel.
And were the head of their families. And we've also learned that they are the grandparents of local rapper Honeycomb Brazy. Now, the family says that a neighbor saw a car pull up and shoot into their home, and the house then went up into flames.
But Brazy ain't the only rapper who almost lost his life 2 times, since the same happened to Kodak. Because a few days ago, Kodak randomly went live on Instagram and started mumbling to himself and tripping out while lying on the ground.
I'm going in with a certain president in there, and that president, let me tell you the truth, bro, this ain't even me, what you call it, because I just, let me get on that. I noticed, I was like, damn.
Many of the commenters were worried about Kodak's health and said things like, "They lace, bro," and "Why are they filming?" Since it seemed like he was about to die or pass out. Due to this live, Kodak was arrested just a day later. And after being released on bond, he had a breakdown on live after a fan told him to stay in jail so he could sober up.
Damn, what kind of person are you? This one, you need to go back to jail and sober up, yak, for real, man. How?
Hopefully, Kodak gets out of this situation before things get even worse. But that isn't the only time Kodak almost lost his life, because in April 2021, Kodak was in Tallahassee for the Culture Fest, where he had a performance. And as Kodak and his entourage left the club, they hit up McDonald's to get something to eat. But they didn't know they were being followed the whole time by several vehicles, so they continued to McDonald's. Once they arrived, Kodak went inside to pick up his food, and that's when the car following him showed up in the parking lot. Then, moments later, as Kodak was walking out of McDonald's, the guys following him started letting off shots. A fan near McDonald's recorded the incident.
Back over there, dude. Oh!
Kodak made it out of this situation untouched, but his security guard was hit in the leg and transported to the hospital. And a day after this incident, Kodak went on live going off since he was mad that someone tried to slide on him.
Me, if somebody trying to play with me, I'm coming through sliding. Slide. You talking about coming through sliding, man.
Kodak also told the people who slid on him next time to hit the whip up if they wanted him gone.
If you know, that's Yak Will right there. If you know trying to play on something, homie, you gonna hit the wheel, bro. You gonna hit the wheel.
But the time Chief Keef almost died on live is a bit different, because he wasn't caught lacking by something else other than ops. Last year on the 4th of July weekend, Keith and all of his bros were chilling at his house, shooting music videos and having fun with fireworks. And everything was going good at first until Keith lit one firework and it flipped over and went the wrong direction. Chief Keef and all of his bros ran behind the cars when this happened. So no one was harmed in this situation, but the firework did break the glass on his front door. But Chief Keef ain't the only rapper from Chicago who almost lost his life on live, because the same can be said for Spider D. Spider D is a rapper from the Wild Hundreds who reps the BDs. But what really made Spider go viral was a situation he had while on IG Live. Because back in May 2020, he was outside talking about some new music he planned to drop. But out of nowhere, he changed the topic and started talking about his ops. Seconds later, you could hear a car pull up and someone hit at him with a button.
On BD, they know, hey, you know what they say about with the hoodie on in the summertime on BD. He ain't out here trying to play. BD in. Right up.
According to internet rumors, Spider D had dissed someone named Jixky from a GD set, because there's even videos of the two beefing with each other on Instagram Live.
What beef? Folks in them don't know you. Folks in them don't know you. Folks in them don't know you. You wasn't front line. You was not front.
Thankfully, Spider wasn't harmed in the situation. And in early 2022, Spider spoke on the incident that happened during the live and said that was weak and he's used to things like that.
I got out of that video because that would have scared my life, Spider.
Yeah, hell yeah, I went back out there. Yeah, for sure. That was the weakest. That was some, out of what I done been through in my life, that was one recorded as one of the weakest.
Now let's move on to Quando Rondo, because Quando was with his crew at a gas station in Los Angeles when three dudes pulled up and started firing their way. Early reports said Quando got hit, but he actually avoided getting hit. Unfortunately, his homie Lil Pab ended up getting hit and dying from his injuries after getting rushed to the hospital. When news broke that Quando was shot, rumors started flying that he ain't survived the hit. But his aunt started posting social media updates and said he was fine. Then a video of a scene started going around online that showed Quando screaming while the police pulled his homie out of the black truck they were riding in. The police say that it looks like a targeted hit.
Pulled up, they were pumping gas, and it looks like they probably finished pumping gas, and the suspects approached from the alley, got out of the car, and started shooting at those victims.
But now, let's move on to Indian Red Boy. Indian Red Boy is a rapper and gang member from California, associated with the Inglewood Bloods, who's known for beefing with the Rolling 60 Crips. Because a member from the Inglewood Bloods even defaced Nipsey Hussle's mural and tagged his name over his name to let them know who did it. And then Nipsey's people didn't take this too well. So they made a video telling the Bloods if they don't punish the guy named Capone who did that, they're going to take things into their own hands.
You got homies that love them, and you gonna come over here and put this baby Capone alright, I bet you gonna change your name today. I bet you that. Y'all need to beat right now before the homies mount up and come do some dumb.
And not long after that video, Indian Red Boy got into the situation and defended Capone and went on to diss the Rolling 60s. But not long after all of this, Indian Red Boy was chilling in his car, laughing with Capone on Instagram Live. But out of nowhere, you could hear shots going off in the background. Red Boy is then seen gasping for air. So Capone asked him for the location he was at, but Red Boy could barely make out the words Hawthorne before passing away. And since the defacing of Nipsey's mural brought a lot of attention to the two of them, so many people assume that this incident was their way of getting payback. But some say that's not true, since you had other people saying that he was shot over since he had switched on his gang. Because Red Boy wasn't always a member of the Inglewood Bloods. He used to rep Hollywood Pyru from Compton, but he left his gang on bad terms. And some believe his own people took him out. But Red Boy ain't the only gang member from LA who had something like that happen on live, because Crip Mac did as well. Crip Mac is one of the most popular gang-affiliated rappers on the internet at the moment. And C-Mac lived a pretty normal life until age 18, because that's when he moved to 55th Street and everything changed. And since joining Crips, C-Mac's been in and out of jail several times over the years and caught by ops multiple times as well. And in February 2022, it was revealed that C-Mac almost died on live. Because C-Mac had got DP'd by his own gang. A DP is a beating given out as discipline for doing something against your set. And it was weird seeing someone like C-Mac get jumped by his set, since he constantly reps his hoods and helped shine more light on the 55 Crips. But the DP happened after one of C-Mac's ops leaked an old Facebook post on Crip Mac claiming another set. After the beating, C-Mac was pretty upset since the video of him getting punished wasn't supposed to be posted online. So he made a video saying,
Crip, when you get with a program come and you start winning out here, cuz, it ain't no winning in the situation. Let's go ahead and give it 55 straight.
C-Mac also went on No Jumper to explain the situation.
It's pretty much you learn from your mistake.
Right.
You know, it's like when you're a kid, you get spanked with a belt or a hanger. You know, same type. But it's more of a, it's worse.
How do you feel about the fact that one little clip leaked? Because nobody's supposed to be filming this, right?
Yeah, the homies took care of that already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they took care of that. That wasn't supposed to get.
But Crip Mac ain't the only Crip that got ran up on, because Quando Rondo got ran up on by a crazy goon at the mall. And Playboy Cardi almost had to pop a dude for running up on him. So click this video to see rappers who got ran up.